Well, let's get to our next guest. He is an entrepreneur. That's very interesting. He, I believe, is a salesman, and I've already forgotten his name. Here it is. Please welcome Calvin Redding. It's not even on, yeah. We're having a lot of mic issues. Now?
There we go.
Oh, hello, everyone. Hi, Scott.
Hi, Calvin.
Oh.
You all right?
I'm fine. No, this is normal for me.
This is, what'd you say, it's over for you?
This is normal.
Oh, this is normal.
For me.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just learning your speech patterns.
No, I know. Nobody gets it the first time. It's all a clogged nasal situation for me.
You have a clogged nasal...
That's right. I have, what doctors categorize as the worst allergy problem, paired with the worst job. I'm a hay salesman. And my God, if it doesn't slow me down, this nose of mine. So, sometimes I wish I could just take the whole thing off, start over at the nose.
Take your nose off.
I wish I could do that.
Take your nose
right off. I get a new one.
Your nose
right
off.
Well, you looked like you were putting it on me. My nose off. Gone. And maybe a new nose or something with bigger holes in it, maybe.
Do you think that's the problem?
I don't know. The whole thing's junked up.
Have you tried enlarging your nostrils?
I haven't tried it personally, but I've talked to a doctor, and he said to me, well, we could do that, but I'm really looking into getting this new nose for you. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I think he just wants to get me out of the office a lot of the time. Because how many more Sudafed packs can he give me, or Sidex, Mucinex, Afrid?
Oh my God.
Killing me.
May I suggest something that I've picked up from years of working in airports?
Sure.
Have you heard of this thing, emergency? It was invented by a school teacher.
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
A school teacher?
You just mix it in water.
Yep, you drop them in, and you drink them down. That doesn't seem to help at all. Well, but thank you. I really appreciate you.
I tried.
Anything you got, anything you can think of at the top of your head, that would be fine. I got so many sprays with me in the back. Those nasal sprays, of course. So many. It's a suitcase of sprays. So I'll go out to sell hay. It's a suitcase of, folders and things regarding hay.
Folders.
Schematics and, what breakdowns and things like that. Pie charts of how our hay is the best hay.
Storyboards.
Storyboards. There's rarely storyboards, but how our hay is great for food for animals. Animals can lay on it. They can do everything with it.
You have to explain that to your customers?
They like to feel smarter than when you're selling something. So that's one suitcase. The next suitcase I got is all sprays for my nose.
Do you pack clothes?
There's no room. The clothes I wear are on my body. I layer up. Then I go on road trips.
I love hay. I use it for all my wigs.
We should talk. Now, wait a minute.
So you wear like 8 layers of clothes on your body because you can't fit them in suitcases when you go on a plane?
Yeah, pretty much. So there I am, sweating and snotting all over the place. Oh, you want to sit next to me on a plane? I have to buy 2-3 seats sometimes.
Well, surely that's not all to your story.
I didn't really have a story going per se, but if anyone's in the audience who needs hay, you talk to me after the show.
So let's break this down.
What? Yeah, let's break it down.
You sell hay.
For a living.
You're allergic to hay.
That's right. Yep. So it's very difficult for me to do my job.
There's got to be more to this. Just in my experience.
Yeah.
In my experience as the host of this show,
Right.
I talk to a lot of unusual people.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes those people will come on
Yeah.
and they'll have a profession.
Hey, salesman.
It's great. Great.
Not a great hay salesman, I might add.
But then we dig a little deeper and there's something more interesting about them.
Yeah.
Allergic to hay.
Allergic to hay. Yeah. I'm looking into buying a Corvette.
All right, I'll bite. Let's go with it.
I don't think I have enough money right now to make such a purchase, but I'm looking into a financial lending situation.
A loan.
Yes. Great. Because, you see a guy pull up to your company or your farm in a nice sports car. You buy anything from this guy.
But do you have the hay in the car with you?
I have a lot of pictures of the hay in my suitcase with me. Not the suitcase with the sprays.
If you're on the plane, how is the car being transported?
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Close visits will be in the car.
Close sales visits.
Right.
And where-
My boss, my boss has been telling me that he's going to start thinking about firing me.
He's going to start thinking about firing you.
That's right.
And he told you.
He said to me, Redding? I said, what? He said, you're not doing great. You're not doing badly. If the numbers dip, I got to start thinking about clearing you out of here. Because then, we'll bring in somebody better. If I start going down in sales.
What are the target sales figures for a hay salesman?
In bales or cash? And don't say, let's do both.
Give me one, then the other.
In bales, you want to do, for a year, you want to do roughly 250,000 bales.
It's a lot of hay.
That's a lot of That's a lot of hay. It's a lot of animals who eat that stuff that we eat.
The circle of life.
May it forever continue.
How much does one bale of hay cost?
About $100. Because they have to be baled,
What's a bale?
A bale is a big round hay.
It almost sounds as if you're describing a hay stack and not a hay bale.
No, I don't. I deal exclusively in bales. Stacks, that's a whole different degree.
Right.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, you seem to be describing a hay stack rather than a hay bale.
You're picturing a cube?
I'm picturing a sort of rectangle, yes, that has been baled.
You're right.
Well,
I'm picturing and selling big round bales.
This may be part of your problem. You're selling haystacks.
I have pictures in my suitcase of big round groupings of hay.
Rubik's.
Yeah. Maybe Maybe I should be kissing the dreams of that sports car. Bye-bye.
Was that it driving off?
That's right. Goodbye. Goodbye, green sports car. Hunter Green.
Hunter Green?
Bye-bye forever. Well, that's okay.
Wow, you're over it really quickly.
Well, I can't miss something I never had.
That's very wise.
That's very wise, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes what you think is a ghost is merely a towel. It worked.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's true. You guys ever seen a ghost?
The ghost?
A ghost.
Oh. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I have.
I've seen several ghosts.
Well, Whitney, we haven't heard about your ghost experiences. What?
Okay, one time I woke up in bed and the covers were like in the shape of a man. And then when I pulled the covers away, it was a ghost. He totally ghosted me. I had a one-night stand with someone from the past. Top of the morning to ya.
I'm following all of this, yes. What about you? I mean, you brought it up. Have you ever seen a ghost?
Well, I was over at my neighbor's house once, and because I was sleeping and I heard they knocked on my door. They said, "We got a couple pots and pans being." What's wrong with that?
What?
Let's take this story back.
Sure. Okay.
I feel as if the timeline is a bit jumbled.
Oh yeah.
And I'm struggling to understand
I always
where
tell
you
it
are
out
in
of order.
space and time.
Right. I will field any question.
First you're at home,
That's right.
and then your neighbor knocked on your door.
Right, I was sleeping.
No, first he's at his neighbor's house.
No, yeah. I said that, but what I meant was, I thought to myself, these guys want to know how I got there, and what time of night it was. So it was night. I heard a knock on my door. They said, "You got to come over. There's pots and pans, flying all around the house." That doesn't seem normal to me.
Did they say it that calmly?
No, they were freaking out, but I didn't want to do that. I go, all right, I put on a long overcoat because it was cold outside. Off I go. I follow into the
It
house.
seems like a brief trip to put on a long overcoat.
Freezing. It was down in DeKalb, Illinois. It gets very cold.
That's where
there.
you live?
That's right. Most of the time. If I'm not on the road. I go over there. There's pots and pans whirling and swirling all around. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. This, to me, is something very exciting. I'm taking pictures, snapping pictures, Instagramming it.
As it's happening, you're sending it to Instagram.
Yeah, I'm doing it kind of discreetly to my side, so it seems like I'm helping, but I'm also helping me.
But then, while you're doing this, are you literally just standing there, observing the pots and pans?
At this point, we're trying to figure it out. What's going on?
But you being a huge Harry Potter fan,
Seeing pots and pans fly around the room to me I feel like I'm in the movie.
So you were making it look like you were helping them by saying stuff while you took pictures?
I did a lot of, I don't know. Hey, this is weird. A lot of it.
and you say it feels like you're in the movie. You're a fan of the movies?
Right.
Harry Potter
I don't
movies?
read the books.
You haven't read the books?
No, not for me.
It seems like you would be interested in the books.
Especially if you're traveling a lot.
I have a little pop-up DVD player that I could have with me either on the plane or a rental car.
You were watching movies in the car?
Yeah. No, all right. I get where he's going with this. Ask me how many accidents I've had while watching movies in the car.
How many accidents have you had while watching movies in
Only
the car?
4. No one got hurt. No one got killed. So, hey, that's not a bad record. How many, you guys probably got in a car accident before.
I've never had a car accident.
You've had...
What's that?
You've had a plane accident.
Right.
I prevented a plane accident. I'm sorry I didn't get the Goose's insurance information.
So we're in the middle of this riveting story.
So you're witnessing a supernatural
That
event.
is the first time this story has been called riveting. And I tell it a lot. So the things are flying all around. Eventually they call a priest, a close priest friend of all of us.
He's call number 2. You're number 1.
I'm number 1 because I'm so close.
And he was a close priest friend of all of yours.
Of all of us. The whole neighborhood loves this guy.
Right.
Does he take you to church?
Yeah, he takes me to... Well, you know what he takes me? He takes me to the drugstore. Because I need a refill. Take me to the drugstore. I've got such a bad headache from this clogged up sinuses. Why don't you get a new job? That is the job that I have, and I'm doing okay in it.
Are you interviewing yourself?
I'm kind of doing both parts of the song.
You're also lying in the song because you're not doing well at the job.
No, if I do badly, I will get fired.
But you were told specifically you're not doing so good.
I'm doing okay.
Story changes.
How many bales have you sold this year?
We're halfway through the year, and you need to sell 250,000?
Well, roughly, yeah. I have sold so far about 7,500. Not a small number. Not the biggest number ever, either. So, yeah, I'm getting a little nervous about my job. What do I do if I leave? I don't know. Maybe I'll go down to Florida to open a ski rental shop. I don't know. Water ski.
I feel as if we stopped talking about the pots and pans.
Oh, right.
Were
Father
you
Dylan
sleeping
came
when you-
over.
Wait.
The what came over?
Father Dylan?
Father Dylan came
Right.
over.
And he took off his overcoat.
Right. Well, he just had like a Land's End, park on. It wasn't an overcoat. He got the situation down right away. He said, "There's a spirit in here. He has some unfinished business. He wants maybe you to cook up something." He cooked up something real quick. He made a soup.
The father made a soup himself?
Father made a quick Campbell soup. This was barely lukewarm. It was cold still.
Let me ask you this. Was the kitchen the only room in the home that was exhibiting any sort of supernatural activity?
That I could see, yes.
All right. So
Did you investigate any of the other rooms?
I took a peek, but yeah, I wasn't going to go around the whole house.
So Father Dowling came, made a soup.
Father Dowling? Was that
Where
his
did
name?
you get that?
That's all right.
I have mysteries on the brain.
Yeah, I made a quick soup, and it got distributed to us by the ghost. A ladle came down, got the soup out, put it into bowls.
Were you Instagramming it?
I was trying to, but I did a few. I got a few videos on there. Check it out on Instagram.
What's your handle?
My handle is Hey Bale Redding. At Instagram.com.
It's an email?
How do you have an email account with Instagram?
I was one of the first to sign up, and they said if you're the first 10, you get an email account from us.
Do you only receive pictures?
Yeah, and some text, but mostly pictures. A very cool chicken, soup comes floating down to me. Slurp it up. We all finish. Now the empties get stacked. And they float away into the sink. The pot is then emptied the rest of the soup into a Tupperware. That's put into a regular size fridge. A hat comes off the hat rack, dips slightly, door open, closed, no one goes to the house.
Wow.
I don't know. So maybe you believe in ghosts. I don't know.
Why didn't you lead with that story?
So I come out, here's an entrepreneur named Calvin Redding. Hey, I got a story about a ghost.
Yes!
I wear a long coat. That doesn't make any sense.
You don't have to talk about the long coat. That's the least important part of that story.
It's a London fog coat. It's very nice. I don't know.
So what's his name? Father Dylan. Did he, in fact, take everyone?
It had to be requested in a certain manner.
And what did it sound like?
Take me to church. We want to wash the rest of the soup off of our hands. We made a little bit of a mess. When you go to church, you dip your fingers into the holy water. That's to get rid of remaining soup from exorcism.
The sink in the house wasn't working correctly?
It was, but the whole thing had just been dealt with. A ghost was in the room, and it was great. The ghost was gone. We got some good Instagrams, but we wanted to just get out of there for a little while to wash our hands. And my house was a mess, so I said, we can't go over there.
Rather than go to your house next door to wash everyone's hands.
Right.
You had the priest take you to church.
Right. Yeah. And, the option was, it crossed my mind, I'll bring them out to the side of the house and wash the heads of the hose, but that's not a very good host.
And it was so cold out.
Right. Exactly.
Overcoat weather
for me, Parker for Father Dylan.
Well, everyone has different body temperatures.
Yeah, what was everyone else wearing?
The owners of the home, Kathy and Kirk. I should say they got divorced. But it was when Kathy and Kirk were still married. He had on a long flannel, and she had a nightgown on, but with a starter jacket over it. The team, the now defunct Charlotte Hornets. They're back. Go team.